Hello folks, today is Friday, November 22nd, 2024. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. There's a bunch of stuff, so we should just jump right in. I had a lot of coffee, so stick with me here, but the first news is regarding the next Battlefield game and how it seems like this time they're not going to make the mistakes they did last time, or at least that's what we're hoping. This comes from a surprisingly positive, or at least optimistic report from Insider Gaming. Insider Gaming has had some scoops on the Battlefield front before. Of course, they had that big interview with Vince Zampella, who was talking about how they really wanted to do player first and really not make the same mistakes they did last time. I said at the time that talk is one thing, actions are another. And it seems like from this new Insider Gaming report, which you can read in the description down below, all my sources and stuff, it seems like things might be moving in the right direction. This is the biggest Battlefield project with 4 different studios working on it, a substantial budget, but also what this report notes is that this stage into the development, this game has had way more play testing than any other previous Battlefield games. And I quote, "Sources say that play tests with external players are happening much more frequently than in past installments, and the amount of data and feedback collected is the most the franchise has seen in its history." This also says that EA is considering bringing back the Battlefield community test environment thing that they've done back in the day. That is promising if that actually happens. But yeah, small report. But again, it does suggest that they are actually trying this time. I hope that is the case. I know the last Battlefield launched really bad. They put the work in to make it better, but I think the damage was done. So I think we need a fresh start. And they said last time, player first, all that stuff, player focused. But now hopefully this time they're actually putting the weight behind that. Again, like I've been saying a lot lately, actions speak louder than words with this stuff, so we'll just have to wait and see. Speaking of actions, though, Star Wars Outlaws. We've talked about this in the past and how the game sold below Ubisoft's expectations, and Ubisoft said, hey, we're going to go in and try and update and fix some things, and hopefully the game will sell better. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if it's going to magically transform the entire game, but it seems like this stuff is now actually happening. They did what they said they were going to do. A big update just went live. The game is also on Steam now, but the game comes with significant changes like reduction of, there's no forced stealth segments anymore. That was a big issue with some players. I say grow up and deal with it, but I am also a stealth gamer, so, whatever, it's fine. So they've changed that up, but they've also added some different little things here and there. Joraptor, who I'll link his tweet, had a really good breakdown of some stuff in terms of changing up cover and animations behind cover, shoulder swap button, different blaster rifles feeling a little bit different, a little bit more you can do with your pistol module things, just totally tweaked shooting in a lot of instances. It's amazing how much they have overhauled here. Is this going to instantly make it game of the year or something like that? I don't know, but as somebody who thought the game was just good, not great, not super remarkable, I don't know, these little things are nice and appreciated. Is it going to change the fate of the game? We don't know, honestly, but at the very least now it's on Steam, so maybe some other people will get their hands on it, but yeah. They did also launch a trailer for the Wild Card Story Pack. It seems like it's Sabak focused, which was one of my favorite aspects of the game, and Lando Calrissian is in it, so that's cool. In other news, briefly, there was a thing floating around this week that Sony is intending to possibly acquire the parent company that owns Fromsoftware. Yes, the parent company, Kadokawa, does own a lot of stuff. They are a pretty big company, but, the most significant thing for us players is that Sony could possibly acquire the makers of Elden Ring Fromsoftware. Who knows what that could actually mean and whether or not that will go down. There's lots of speculation right now, and whether or not that is a good thing is up to the individual. I made a whole video talking about this subject on my other channel, but as of right now, nothing official other than that Kadokawa has confirmed that they have gotten the letter of intent, like the inquiry by Sony. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Bloodborne 2 confirmed? I don't know. I would say, slow down on that, Tex. And in case you missed it, the Game Awards nominees have been announced. There are plenty of game awards. People have their own game award shows. Websites do it. YouTube channels do it. But I'm talking about the Jeff Keighley Game Awards, the one that people argue about every year. The big one I'll just highlight is the Game of the Year category. So the nominees are Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. and Metaphor Refantasio. A good lineup, nice to see Black Myth Wukong in there and Astrobot, but a lot of people are really questioning whether or not a DLC should be considered for a category. Essentially, a DLC for a game that's already confirmed as good, butting out another game potentially getting in there. I want to hear from you guys. I definitely want to know what you guys think about this. There's also, of course, a community choice vote thing on the Game Awards website, so jump in there and vote for what you want. Or you can just wait for the real Game Awards, the one gameranx does every year on this channel, where I go in front of a camera and I read all the Game of the Year picks from everybody else that works here, and then you guys all yell at me in the comments. Next up, this video is sponsored by Vessi. If you don't know, Vessi has been a longtime sponsor of the channel, and they are known for one thing: simple, dependable footwear that is also waterproof. That's right, they may look like regular old-fashioned cool shoes with different shapes, colors, and sizes for every person and every situation, but the fact that they're waterproof really steps it up a notch. They don't feel like a waterproof shoe. They feel comfy, breathable, dependable, but the fact that they are waterproof means you can get a little bit more adventurous. It's a game changer, whether you're in the city, caught in some rain, or you're out on a hike. Fall is here with its challenges, but winter is coming soon. But luckily, I've been rocking the Stormburst. They offer them in both high and low. I have the lows right here. They have the thicker sole, but also just like a good fashionable look. I've said it before, but these are the ones I get the most compliments on. Be sure to check out the Stormburst low and high and everything else they got. Now is a good time thanks to a Black Friday sale. Step into waterproof comfort and enjoy up to 40% off select waterproof Vessi styles. All you got to do is click the link in the description down below or head to vessi.com for up to 40% off. That's a really good deal. It's like the best I've seen. Stay dry, save big, and be sure to jump in before the best deals slip away. Again, vessi.com, and big thanks to Vessi for sponsoring this video. Next up, some positive gaming news. I think we spend a lot of time arguing about things in the gaming world, but the stuff that still matters to me at the end of the day is consumer rights and consumer advocacy and stuff like that, and Steam has done a good move here. Valve announced this new policy for season pass stuff for games being offered on Steam. The Steamworks post is this, and I quote, "By offering a season pass, you are promising future content. In the process of launching a season pass, you will be asked to commit to a launch timing for each content release in the season pass. That launch timing is a commitment to both customers and Steam. If you aren't ready to clearly communicate about the content included in each DLC and when each DLC will be ready for launch, you shouldn't offer a season pass on Steam. You have to commit to completing that content on time. If customers don't like that content you're releasing in the season pass or the timing of that content release, that will be reflected in sales and reviews." So essentially, Steam is just asking for more seller transparency here, a breakdown, a roadmap of season pass content, expected release, what that content will entail. And this is good in terms of changes or in terms of like enforcement and stuff like that. The developers do have a leeway to delay things and push things, but after a certain point, they need to work with Valve directly to change that listing and, essentially sort it out. Rock Paper Shotgun reports, and I quote, "In the event of DLC cancellations, Valve mandate that customers will be offered a refund in the value of unreleased DLC. For the purposes of refunds, the value of unreleased DLC will be decided in discussion with Valve." So there you have it. I think that's pretty good. There are people in the past who have plunked down money for Season Pass, but never really got what they promised, or it just wasn't really as good as they were hoping, or it was endlessly delayed. So I think this is just a good move. If you want to read up more about it, like I said, all of the sources and stuff linked in the description down there. Next up, happy Stalker 2 release. If you're playing that this weekend, I'd love to know, but I did do the before you buy for this video. First impressions after some bug fixes and stuff. I really am enjoying the game. It's definitely still messy. It's definitely released in kind of a rough state, and I think some people will not be happy about that, but I think underneath, there's a really damn good kind of old school feeling game here. It feels like Stalker did not lose its identity or sell out or anything like that, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy to live in the zone for a while as a nice distraction from life. That's all I wanted with this game, so I'm glad that the developers succeeded there. Again, it needs some fixes and some tweaks, but I'm still just glad the game exists. Now, in other news, Avowed did get a big deep dive trailer. If you want to check that out, all the trailers and stuff, I'll link in the description down below. Avowed also got a bunch more hands-on previews from press and influencers and stuff like that. Seems like there's a lot of positive sentiment. I got to see this a couple months back. I wasn't really sure what to think. I don't know yet. The jury's still kind of out on it for me personally, but I'm glad there's some positive vibes behind it. Now, in terms of new game trailers, we have Empyreal, which is kind of like an action combat game coming by way of Asia. Also, Dynasty Warriors Origins gameplay. We've gotten a lot of gameplay of this so far, but it's always good to see more. Koei Tecmo has been pretty upfront about this one, and they also did announce that they are doubling down on AAA development for the next couple of years. Also, a story trailer for Alien Rogue Incursion. I am really excited to jump into this one. VR has been hitting for me personally lately. I talked about it with like Metro Awakening, Batman Arkham Shadow, so I'm definitely jumping into this. I also just like Alien. Also, we haven't talked about enough on the channel, but Path of Exile 2 got a big new trailer revealing all the endgame content. So if you want to see that, that is linked. Also, cool surprise, we talked about a Virtua Fighter comeback possibly, and what we have gotten, at the very least right now, is a Virtua Fighter 5 PC version. The game finally has come to a PC this winter, and it's going to be on Steam. Virtua Fighter 5 has been a thing for a very long time, so I mean, if they're doing this, maybe it's a test for a 6, or I don't know. But also, in case you missed it too, Stellar Blade got Nier DLC dropping this week. It seems like so far the reactions are pretty good for it, so I just wanted to give that a heads up in case you forgot for you Nier fans. But also in terms of small bits of news like that, I did want to talk about this leak rumor suggesting that Godzilla is coming to Fortnite. I don't talk about Fortnite a lot, but I like talking about it when weird, crazy characters get put in the game. So if they're putting Godzilla in the game, cool. Is it going to be a big world event where Godzilla is on the map, or can I play as Godzilla? Because I want to see Godzilla holding a gun, please. And lastly, if you just want something to laugh at, I really appreciate this. A couple of weeks back, a guy took to social media who must have just been like pissed off playing Call of Duty or something. Maybe he had lag, maybe he had connection problems for Black Ops 6. This is a French guy who took to social media and tweeted the owner of that guy's internet service provider. Yes, the billionaire owner of the internet service provider. This guy tweeted him and said, and I quote, translated from French, "Hey, I hate you. I propose a 1v1 in front of the Lidl on Saint Street in Marseille." And sure enough, like it was like a month later, but the billionaire guy that owns this telecommunications company just posted on social media like a tweet, a video of him in front of the Lidl store being like, "Hey, what's up? Come get me. Where you at?" And I just think that's really funny. I'm not one to root for billionaires, but it's just unhinged behavior that I do kind of appreciate. Not condoning it. Don't fight anyone. Don't challenge anyone to fighting anybody online. Don't meet anybody at a Lidl or a Stop and Shop or an Aldi or a wherever, man. Just be safe. But anyway, I thought that was a good laugh to end the week on. So I do want to know what you guys think in the comments about everything we talked about. From the Game Awards nominees, are you mad? Are you happy? Was your game picked? To are you playing Stalker 2? But also your expectations, your hopes and dreams for a new Battlefield game, hopefully actually being good. Are those changes enough to get you back into Star Wars Outlaws? Let's talk about any of this stuff down in the comments. I definitely want to hear from you. I'm going to be on all the social media now. I'm on Threads, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky. I'm on all that shit now. Also, my YouTube channel, Jake Baldino, if you want to find me and yell at me directly. Just one of those places. But thank you for being here. You know, I get you caught up on the news every single Friday real quick, and I never miss. I'm always here. I've never missed a week. So if you appreciate that, clicking the like button helps us. But all I ask of you now is to have a good weekend. Be safe. Pizza's on me.